Hey everybody, and welcome to Geeks and Drinks. I'm Jason.
I'm Jordan.
And this week we have news from the Doctor. We have news from another Doctor, which was called Doc Brown.
We have news from everywhere just because we've been gone for like 3 weeks.
I know, it's all over the place. But we'll touch on just a few things here and there because, let's face it, we tried to touch on every relatively...
And that's why you have a court order against you.
Yeah, I know.
Because you try to touch on everything.
Everything.
Boom! Got you again. Within 5 minutes.
God damn it. I'm just going to start with Doctor Who. Let's just go with that. New season has already started. There's 2 episodes out. The 3rd episode is shown on this upcoming Sunday. And they made a major announcement just recently that there's going to be yet another Doctor Who spinoff.
$5 as it doesn't last longer than 2 seasons.
Maybe, maybe not. I mean, look at all the other... you had the Adventures of... Well... K9 and Company. It was some adventure thing. That lasted all of like 1 episode.
Okay.
There was Sarah Jane...
The Sarah Jane Chronicles.
Kept on going forever.
Didn't last that long.
You had Torchwood.
Mm-hmm.
I actually liked Torchwood.
Never saw it. Always meant to. Just never did.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
As much as you keep on saying you like Captain Jack, it's... Really? Alright.
I have no problem with him. I think he's funny. But I'm like, oh my god, he's amazing. Don't forget, technically there was an animated series that never made it past the pilot stage that no one ever saw.
True, and there was also the fan-based, or the fan-created anime episode. That one was actually very entertaining. But no, this one is called Class, and it's going to be focused on young audiences. They brought some huge young author that's popular in the UK. Never heard of this person before.
Sonic Shades. Sonic Shades everywhere.
It wasn't that bad. Well, okay, I can't.
Jason. Come on. I even just sounded like a pissed off mother. Yeah, it's that bad.
It wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, so this one, coming from an author, Patrick Ness, this is going to take place at the school that Clara used to teach at, Coal Hill, the secondary school. But no word on whether you'll have Clara show up, because the actress Jenna Coleman is actually working on a brand new series elsewhere in the BBC world.
Thank God.
Yeah. She should have been gone a while ago.
Look, she's lovely. Like, she's easy on the eyes and shit like that. And she was good in season 7, and she was okay in season 8. But the more and more, it just kind of dragged.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think I've ever wanted to be rid of like a companion this badly.
Well, then you have the...
No, I take that back. Martha Jones. I was glad to see her go.
You didn't like her walking around with her little ID and... Never mind.
What?
Later on, she always had her ID, Martha Jones, and she always introduces herself that way. You don't remember that at all? Wow, okay.
Are you thinking of Donna Noble?
No, Martha Jones. No, not Martha Jones. God, I'm way the fuck off today.
You think Miss Sarah Jane?
No. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Anyways.
Yeah, say who?
I was off by a name. Shut up.
By a name?
By a name.
They weren't even a companion.
A name. Doesn't matter.
One's like a 20-something-year-old black British chick. The other one's like a 40 to 50-year-old white chick. That was not a companion.
Racist.
It's the most defining characteristic.
Alright, fine.
But... Okay.
Anyways.
You look tired.
I am tired.
I was making a reference. But, no, like Doctor Who, like, it's... I love the show. I will probably go back and rewatch all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that god-awful movie multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
But
do we really need to get another spinoff?
No,
though?
not even that. Lately, it just seems bad. Like I said, I didn't even know season 8 started or 9. Season 9 started because I was already after 8. Like, it was just kind of.
Here's the thing, though. This with every version of the Doctor, there's always going to have different types of fans out there. It just so happens.
This one's proving not to be good, though. Like I like Capaldi,
but
they've said it's drastically
Oh, the ratings are dropping like a stone. Yeah, they're like down something like 50-60% or something like that, at least here on BBC America. I still like Capaldi. I think he's a great actor. I think he's doing a great job with the Doctor. A lot of people are going to start pointing fingers at the showrunner right now.
Yeah, I don't blame Capaldi at all.
You think it's all Stephen Moffat?
Mm-hmm. The writing's just not there.
There have been decent ones here and there, but then again, those ones were never written by Moffat. They were like all the guest stars, like Neil Gaiman and whatnot.
I'm not saying that every episode of Doctor Who is a hit. Some episodes are hit or miss.
Right.
But in season 8, and they were more miss than hit.
Yeah. But
like, there's only one episode of mine that I actually liked, and that was the one. I can't even remember anything about it. What does that fucking tell you?
Tells me that you're tired.
No, it tells you that episode's probably not great. The guy who can remember some arbitrary detail. Okay, just give the Oxford Dictionary like 10 years or some shit like that. They'll replace that for you. But anyways, no, like it's.
Do we really need to have this situation? No, especially when you're gonna take a location that's been used time and time again, especially in the past season, and you're not gonna have or announce to have any major recurring characters from there. You're gonna have to have them show up every once in a while, and even then. Even though you used it numerous times, it wasn't really a very memorable place. I mean,
it was a location. It was a school.
Yeah. There was nothing really too fancy about it. Things happened at this school, but they weren't because of the school. It was just, it happened to be at a school. Just because Clara was there. And Mr. Pink.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not really a spin-off. Like, I feel like they probably just had an idea for a show and said, let's do it. Well, let's see if we can get the rights to this to try to boost numbers.
Mm-hmm. It's like, it's not really Doctor Who-ish, but if we just start using some names and locations, yeah, it could be Doctor Who, why not?
To me, it just seems kind of like Gotham without all the characters.
Ugh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the same location, it's set in the same universe, but you're never going to see anybody.
No, and if you do see someone that has a name you recognize, they're nothing like what you would you remember them to be.
Yeah. Like, this just seems like it's going to be a terrible idea. That being said, we're probably still gonna fucking watch it, but
of course, we'll give it the
old college
try on that. But it could be worse. I keep on seeing more and more information about Ghostbusters, whether it's the all-female version that has all of a sudden a bunch of the original cast.
Yeah, I feel like they are definitely trying to save this one.
It's like, okay, we're getting so much negative publicity. How can we move forward and try to get some people in here? Okay, well, let's just start hiring all the original
It's built
actors.
on a foundation of bullshit.
Well, yes.
That's the problem. Mm-hmm. You can build something magnificent, but it's still going to fall.
Yeah. And all these people are going to do is jump in for their quick cameo paycheck and bail as fast as possible. Especially when you have Bill Murray out there. He started off with interview a while back, who would you consider to be good for an all-female Ghostbusters? He's like, I would think this person, but it was never oh my god, they should really totally do it. Should have just thought of a new idea and went forward with it. Instead, they decided to go forward, saying, hey look, we have all these new characters, we're going to have similar stuff that but we're going to be something completely different. That didn't work, the movie's not even done yet, so they turn around and say, let's hire back all the original actors and actresses that we can, just so we can try to get some sort of credibility and try to at least break even on this film. And then there's also the all-male one that's,
no, remember, it's not even all-male. They're like, yeah, we're going to have a female Ghostbuster.
The mixed one, yeah, that's right.
Like, they even came back and said, we're not going to be an all-male Ghostbuster.
That's right.
We're probably going to have a female in there.
Right, because they currently have, Channing Tatum, Chris Pratt.
It's all rumored. I don't think they've ever actually announced
They haven't announced anything like that.
But it's one of those things like the one that has nothing even done about it yet. I'm more hyped for that one than the one that's actually coming out. But I know what you were getting at is the fact that apparently Sony is now working on an animated Ghostbusters movie, which I have to wonder now, is it going to be the female Ghostbusters, or is it the cartoon we remember from childhood in full animation form?
Yeah,
And by animated, do they mean 2D or 3D?
Nowadays, it's always CG 3D.
But that's what I mean. Like, is it going to be like TMNT, we're gonna get a CG weird hodgepodge where it's like, oh
True.
yeah, this is some time in between then.
But here's the thing, though. Sony, and that for that part, any other Hollywood company out there, not every project or IP that you own, does it really need to be a franchise? No.
Yes.
I don't like that.
Money, 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 money.
I mean, hell, even with Spider-Man, that we're getting a reboot again. The good part about it, it's actually officially part of the MCU. They're already announced that they're moving forward with still an animated Spider-Man movie to go along in like 2017 or something like that.
Yeah, they were talking about doing like an alternating schedule. Like 1 year we'll get live action, next year animated. Year after that, animated, and back and forth. Just
because Spider-Man is currently the most profitable superhero of all time from Hollywood, that's only because of the first 3 movies came out at a time where superhero movies weren't really as common as they are now.
I wouldn't even say that.
You wouldn't even say that
he
far?
He was the only one at that time.
Well, because when did X-Men come out? Because there was X-Men, there was also Fantastic Four, but Spider-Man was the first one, wasn't he? Yeah.
No, remember we talked about this once before. Didn't X-Men beat it to the punch?
Did we? We could have, yeah.
Anywho,
but it boils down to
like it was just that. It's like, what superhero movie is coming out this year? Oh, fucking Spider-Man. That was it. It wasn't like, well, when's it coming out? Well, this year we have Captain America. Next year we're getting Thor. There was none of that. It was just kind of like the only superhero we had to cling on to was Spider-Man. We only had that one thing.
Yeah.
I mean, when your only competition is what you did last year.
True.
Let's be honest. Those movies are shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
They are not great.
A number of reasons.
The only good thing about that trilogy was Willem Dafoe.
But then again, that guy is an amazing actor, so.
Willem Dafoe, yeah. Even when he is a tranny kicking dudes in the nuts. Sorry, for those of you who don't know, that's a Boondock Saints reference.
Moving with Marvel real quick, the Kevin Feige, who's basically has his fingers in everything Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, the Sinister Studios.
Started talking about, confirmed, we already know he's going to be part of the MCU. He's going to show up in Civil War. Spidey's going to have, a more interlocking storyline than with everything else going on within the MCU. And then he came out there and also made the mention that made perfect sense, and most everyone saw it, that once Phase 4 of the MCU starts, that's after the second part of Avengers Infinity War, we're going to have a brand new Avengers crew. Makes sense.
Hey, Kevin Feige, stop. Just stop. You know why? I don't need to know about movies that are almost, 5 years out?
Oh, even longer than that. We're talking probably closer to 8, 9 years out.
You don't even have a script.
Yeah.
You don't need to be hyped for something like this.
You don't even have a writer attached to some of these films. And he's already like, we're going to do this and this.
They have nothing but an idea.
And
that's fine, but I don't give a shit. Like, I
wonder if that's part and parcel why they recently announced that
Are you trying to get us used to the fact that we're going to have different Avengers? Because by the time you get around to this point, everyone's going to be so fucking old they can't play that character anymore.
Exactly.
Jesus. We've reached an oversaturation on information, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah. They're going to keep on announcing more and more stuff. They go, oh yeah, well, for Professor Strange, it's going to be an origin story.
You mean Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange, sorry. See, it's a no-duh.
How about just work on the shit that you have and stop trying to expand yourself or extend yourself?
I don't know. I just worry that, I mean, like you said, we're already going to reach that oversaturation point, and then what's going to be, for us at that point? DC? Yeah, I really don't like that idea, especially what we've seen so far with the upcoming DC movie.
Because I feel like a masochist, because I know all these movies don't look great.
But we're going to see them
But I end up seeing them anyways. And that's terrifying to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I said, Marvel, they have like 75% like of my interest overall.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there is some shit where it's like, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, Doctor Strange, yeah. Benedict Cumberbatch. Like I'm hyped to see that. Agents of Shield is a decent show.
Yep.
I mean,
Season 3 just started.
I mean, like, but Avengers 2 was not great. And then Daredevil was amazing. And on top of that, Jessica Jones that looks amazing.
The teaser trailer that came out for there it's definitely keeping within like the Hell's Kitchen mentality you got within Daredevil. I mean, you got this woman who's a badass who was a superhero, but decided she didn't want to do it anymore for a number of reasons, which they'll get to in the series, hopefully. And that she's basically a private eye and all-around badass.
Well, that's just it. Superheroes aren't really a thing in this universe yet.
Yeah.
So part of me wonders, is going to be that thing of, like, why not be a hero? Because that's not me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just because I have these doesn't mean I have to use them.
Yeah, I mean, even in the little short teaser for Jessica Jones, you have her trying to get a jukebox to play, hits it pretty hard, and it actually starts playing. She walks back to the bar, walking
see a bunch of people just fucked up.
Yeah. And she goes, just takes a shot and puts it down, and that's the trailer. That's all we have so far.
Kristen Ritter. You will always have a soft spot in my heart, too.
But I don't know.
But I mean, other than that, like, Marvel, they have some things that sound amazing. They have some things that sound like bullshit, and it's like, I'll wait till it actually happens. And they have some things that are just full-blown shit. I mean, Kevin Feige came out and recently was like, oh, I love the idea of Rousey as Captain Marvel. But again...
There's nothing to talk about that right now.
But again, that's something that's so far out, it's just...
Yeah.
I mean, what makes me laugh more than anything, there was an article recently that actually said that the ending of Avengers 2 was supposed to be the setup of, like, the next set of Avengers. And it does part of that.
Partly, yeah.
But one of the things that was supposed to be in there was Captain Marvel as one of the people standing there.
Right.
And they eventually had to pull that because they're like, wait, no one knows who she is. That's something that's going to lost translate. We're not ready for that yet.
Yep.
And it's like, really? You're just kind of noticing that? You need to dial your shit back and set an actual plan. That's why your first set of movies worked out so well.
Right now, it's... Let's greenlight everything under the freaking sun, whether it's Netflix series, whether it's TV series, whether it's movie either tie-ins or their own individual franchise. We're going to make a whole...
Marvel sitcom.
Yeah. Marvel did come out and announce that they're going to work on a new TV series. No, we're not talking about the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. spinoff that's already been canned. They're going to be doing a TV adaptation of a comic series, an old comic series called Damage Control, which essentially was people cleaning up after the messes that you would see in the comics. If you see, the X-Men go out and, in this giant battle, well, when they leave, they don't sit around with a dust broom and, clean everything up. No, that's this group of people that goes out there and cleans it up. Do we really need something like that?
I just have an image of a guy, like, trying to clean shit up and being like in the Lego movie, honey, where is my pants? Coulson just running up, just slapping the guy and just going, no, and then walking away.
Oh, that would be brilliant, actually.
God, I love Coulson.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
That guy shows up in almost anything Aaron Sorkin do, and Joss Whedon.
This is true. Very true. But with the whole thing with Damage Control, I could see this as like a one-off, a bonus feature for like an Avengers Blu-ray or Civil War Blu-ray or something like that. There's gonna be major battles.
Spin-offs that don't need to happen.
Yeah, Marvel's done one-offs before, but like
I love the one-shots.
Kevin's talking about trying to do more like full-blown movie one-shots. I don't know. One-shots work great in the short time space because it adds.
That's what movies are. They're one-shots.
They add on to what's already there. They don't need to become their own thing.
But I mean, like, movies are technically supposed to be one-shots.
Mm-hmm. They just all happen to take place in the same universe.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
There's overarching storylines between one and the other, but it's not the direct correlation of what happens in one to the other.
I feel like Marvel's trying to...
Do you think they feel...
They're overextending themselves. They're worrying a bit...
Do you think they feel a bit threatened, though, the fact that you have DC trying to merge in their territory and Marvel, who is already huge, with their MCU?
I honestly don't think they have anything to worry about, though.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, I agree with you with that.
Aside from them worrying and making stupid mistakes, like it looks like they're
Like what they're starting to do.
But I think they just need to relax and realize DC's not a threat.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Batman vs Superman, maybe not to the same extent, but Fantastic Fouring it.
I don't know if it'll go that far low. It'll go low, but it won't go that far low. Now, granted, they've already toned everything down so much for the fact that they recently announced Bats v Soups is going to be PG-13.
For sensuality.
Yeah. What sensuality is?
Ben Affleck does the Batusi in a silk robe. It's just that for 90 minutes. Because I would rather watch that than what they keep
him in a silk robe just doing God knows what in front of Robin's suit.
Dude. Just Batusing. Watch that? I would.
I would cry at that.
I'd watch it twice.
Yeah, you do a lot of things. We're not going to leave it.
I've made terrible decisions.
Let's briefly talk about this. The Jungle Book. The Jon Favreau adaptation. I can't really call it live action because 95% of everything in it is CG. Gorgeous CG, photorealistic CG,
yeah,
but CG nonetheless.
That's what scares me if it's going to hit Uncanny Valley. I mean, I think luckily because it's animals, I think we're safe.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the Uncanny Valley really only affects if it's people.
True. If it was a CG person versus in the same scene as a real human, that starts getting.
Well, not even that. I mean, it's CG animals and CG background. Like the only thing that's not CG is fucking
the little kid Mowgli.
Piece
Yeah,
of shit.
the worst part of the story.
But it's. I think it might be okay at that point. Because every case of the Uncanny Valley where people get upset, it's usually when it's people. The Clone Troopers in Star Wars, Tom Hanks in Polar Express, Jeff Bridges in Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
But even then, that was phenomenal, but it was jarring at moments.
Oh, there was more than a few moments of that where you went in like, oh, okay.
Sorry, for those of you that don't know, the Uncanny Valley is when you create something computer-generated or anything not real, you reach a certain point where it stops becoming endearing and just looks like crap.
Yep.
And then it might get good again, but that little low point... Star Wars, like that is the only best way I've ever heard it explained. You know, you have Yoda as a Muppet, everything's nice. Then you have Clone Troopers and CG Yoda.
Yeah.
It's just, you reach a point where it's like...
I think that's kind of the reason why Pixar, for The Good Dinosaur, decided to go, we'll do as photorealistic backgrounds and environments as possible, and it looks amazing. But they kept with a more cartoonish route for the actual characters.
Well, I've told you that I think that's just the battle of DreamWorks and Pixar.
Well, we talked about that numerous times, with DreamWorks always trying to go, ultra realistic and failing miserably.
Well, they'll go like realistic characters and everything like that, but then they'll do cartoonish backgrounds as that juxtaposition. Whereas Pixar does the opposite, where all their characters look super cartoony, but they're in a realistic setting.
And they keep on getting better after every single film.
Oh, dude, like you could look at any movie, you can pinpoint the one thing they wanted to focus at and get better.
So, and obviously with Jungle Book, they're going to be... it's the jungle that's got to be the focus of everything here.
Well, that like in Jungle Book, I mean, the jungle itself is a character. And if it's going to be realistic like this, I'm excited for it. The only way, you'd get me super hyped for it, it's like alternate ending, Mowgli dies at the end.
Or at least have Baloo actually sing.
Just bear palm in the face.
Oh, God.
Where you going, little britches? Woman. No. Baloo, you may have hit him a bit hard. Why? Because his head's facing the wrong way now. Well, fuck it. Just walk away. Just tap dancing, singing bare necessities with Bagheera. That's what I want. But anywho,
you're never gonna get that.
Doesn't matter.
It would be impressive.
What's playing up here?
Yeah, true. Oh God. Let's talk about that real quick. We might as well. A lot of people seem to be hyped for this. I'm very much not. X-Files is coming back for, I think, like a 10-episode series. January 24th, 2016. X-Files is back 13 years after the end of the series and the 2 god-awful movies.
Good. David Duchovny needs the work.
Didn't he get enough money off of Californication?
He probably did, but fuck it. I love David Duchovny.
Okay.
Give him all the work. I don't care. Okay, have you ever seen Evolution? The movie's amazing.
Oh, God. I remember when they were filming that at Cal State Fullerton.
It's okay, we already know he's old. How many times did you work at Suncoast Video?
Fuck you. God damn it.
But anywho, X-Files. I never watched the original. Mainly because when it was still airing, I was young. It scared the shit out of me.
Really? It actually scared you?
Yeah, like I remember there was a couple times like, no.
Mm.
Like it fucking terrified the shit out of me.
Really?
To the point where like my mom and my aunt Suzanne, they would watch it, and my mom was blank. It's like, Jordan, you can't be in the room. Why? I want to hang out with you guys. No.
I'm good.
Get the fuck out. in the nice motherly way, but still,
yes.
it's. I mean, it's on Netflix. I'll probably go back and maybe give it a go.
It's nowhere near as good as I remember it to be. But of course, then again, most TV series from my
I also still need to watch Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Remember when that was airing?
Shut up. I do have to say, watching the trailer, David Duchovny doesn't look like he really changed all that much. Gillian Anderson didn't really age all that well, but she almost seems more of almost a side thought, at least within the trailer itself.
No one gives a shit about her.
Yeah, that's all about
Mulder.
Yeah, it's about Mulder and his conspiracy theories, which...
Way to go, Duchovny.
Yeah.
Making 2 heterosexual males being like, ooh, David Duchovny. Aw, women.
I guess he
Let
has
alone
that
a ginger.
appeal.
Wasn't she ginger back in the day?
Yes, she was.
Good for you, Duchovny. You're making me go, fuck gingers. And not in a fun way. You're going, yeah.
So yeah, that's coming back. They're definitely aiming more on the conspiracy route than any of the alien routes that they've done in the past series.
Well, no, in the 2-minute trailer, the whole thing is that there's the conspiracy just because they have alien tech.
Yeah.
And it's blatantly, it is alien tech.
But that's the whole thing, is it's more the conspiracy of the government using alien tech, or a secret entity using alien tech, when before it was them trying to find aliens. And
you know what I mean? Like, it was them trying to find proof. That's
True.
The truth is out there.
True.
There's blatant proof being thrown around now.
Yeah. Although, side note to this, though, going back when it was on, back when X-Files was having creative problems, I still remember fondly for how bad they were. There was a brief crossover set of episodes for X-Files and Cops. You remember Cops?
Yeah, bad boys, bad boys.
Yeah. There was a crossover episode where...
Jess and I lived in a time where we didn't have cable. We're aware of bad television.
You were poor, you watched Fox. Yeah, okay, good point. But no, there was this like, it was like episode or 2 that they filmed an episode of Cops, but they ended up running into Mulder and Scully on one of their cases. You have to find
I'm gonna have to YouTube that now.
It is, oh my god, so bad.
I can only hope David Duchovny's probably just high as shit the entire time.
Oh, he looks confused as hell a few times in there.
Just like, oh my god, I
But
can't believe this is in my contract.
It was just one of those things. I watched it, I'm like, this is actually happening. Who the hell thought this was a good idea?
The world may never know.
Yeah. Maybe they will. The truth is out there. Yep, there we go. There's a good one for you.
No, let's talk about Battlefront. You're already
You want to
exited
talk
out
about
of it.
Yep.
But mainly, just so I can gloat. Fuck off, Internet. Jason and I already got to play it.
So much fun.
And we got to skip the line.
So much fun. Oh, yeah. We just like... We're at D23. We're walking around. We see a couple people playing Star Wars Battlefront in this little kiosk. We're like, that looks cool.
These 2 guys just fuck off. And Jason and I go like, oh, you want to go, Jason?
Yeah.
We jump in, like, load out, like, fuck it. Reset, start a new game. And Jessica's behind us goes, I think you guys jumped the line.
Mm-hmm.
What do you, like, we're just
playing the game.
not even paying attention to her, just like, Wait, what
enjoying
do you
this
mean?
pretty shiny stuff. Yes.
Do you not notice that there's people way over there where we stop, look around, and just see this long line start to wrap around the corner? Just kind of like,
It was a 2-hour wait that we skipped just to play it. And then they said, of course, no video photography. And we're like, Jess is like, yeah, I'm going to take pictures.
We don't have photos.
Take camera out.
We would never do something like that. There is no proof of this whatsoever.
But yeah, so we had a chance to play it. Tons of fun. You guys will have a chance to play it very soon. Star Wars Battlefront. The beta will be released in early October. So probably within the next 2 weeks.
Just get hyped. The game is amazing.
Oh, God.
I hate FPSs with a passion, but I want it. I want it so bad. Maybe not enough to buy the Han Solo mini fridge at Walmart, but I want it.
Oh, the collector's edition that comes with that can maybe hold 4
It looked
sodas?
like 6 sodas, yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2 Red Bulls if you stack them hot dog style. What? That's
I don't need that. I just want the game.
such a pretty and amazing game.
We have 6 days before the beta starts. It starts October 8th, and it goes through October 12th. The game itself will be available November 17th. It'll be on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. Do yourself a favor. Get this game. Whether or not you want to pre-order it, that's all up to you, but at least...
Pre-ordering's bullshit.
Yeah. November 17th, make sure you have this game, and I'm quite sure there'll be a few days that was like, sick. Calling in, I don't think I could make it in today. Was that a lightsaber heard in the background? No.
See, with me, though, they can't really know that. I have lightsabers. Not real ones, but the little toy ones.
You have the toy ones,
Remember I told you I beat up Dom once because he sprayed me with douche mist.
So you took a lightsaber and beat him with it?
Yeah! Well, because Dom, he would use, the Axe body spray.
Mm-hmm.
Douche mist.
Mm.
And I called it douche mist multiple times, and he, I was laying down on my bed reading or something like that. He runs in my room, just sprays me in the face with his douche mist. Douche mist! You mother! I throw my book down, I grab one of my toy lightsabers, just quickly flick, turn on, and I chase him in the living room and start beating the shit out of him. He's like, ow, stop it! Fuck you! You know what you did? Now make me a sandwich. I don't even know where that last bit came from, but...
You know what? That's a perfect place to end on this episode, though. Cheers to you, Tom, for doing that.
Fuck you, Dom.
Alright, so yeah, we'll wrap it up at that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We'll be back next time. So, for Geeks and Drinks, I'm Jason.
I'm Jordan. Cheers, Internet.
Cheers.